After a wild, stake-shifting round in St. Louis, the Super Motocross World Championship rolls into Las Vegas with everything on the line, and the points tripled. 75 for the win, 66 for second, 60 for third. The math is simple and brutal. Every pass is magnified, every mistake is 3 times as costly, and the championship scenarios narrow to razor-thin margins. In the 250 class, Joe Shimoda arrives with a 10-point cushion over Hayden Deegan. That margin is large enough that P2 tonight seals the title and the $500,000 prize for Shimoda, regardless of what Deegan does. Asked in Friday's press conference about strategy, Shimoda kept it minimal. Win the race, a plan that removes guesswork and keeps the pressure on his rival. In the 450 class, the spotlight is squarely on the brothers. Jet Lawrence leads Hunter Lawrence by 6. With triple points, the calculus is clean. If either wins tonight, he wins the championship, and with it the $1 million champion's bonus. Eli Tomac sits third with an outside shot. To snatch the crown he'd need to win, and have Jet fourth or worse and Hunter third or worse. It's a tall order, but this sport has a way of springing late plot twists, and triple points keep the door cracked. And for everyone outside the title bubbles, triple points still mean bigger checks through the order, and a chance to leapfrog rivals in the final classification. Motivation will not be in short supply. Qualifying, first sessions, the opener was steady more than spicy. Hayden Deegan shadowed Joe Shimoda early, then backed it down briefly before closing again. Deegan logged a 1 minute and 33.743 seconds, only for Shimoda to edge ahead at 1 minute and 33.117 seconds. The headline lap came later. Seth Hamaker uncorked a 1 minute and 32.638 seconds to lead the session. A few heart-in-mouth moments punctuated the run. Cole Davies hit a tough block and was violently ejected before remounting, while Jordan Smith endured a big swap and dislocated a shoulder. Medical staff reduced to trackside, with his evening status uncertain at that point. Eli Tomac looked sharp immediately, but bobbled in a short rhythm on a flyer. R.J. Hampshire planted the first marker at 1 minute and 32.713 seconds. Then Cooper Webb leapt from 10th to 1st with a 1 minute and 32.479 seconds, with Ken Roxon close at 1 minute and 32.668 seconds. None of it stood when Tomac stitched a clean 1 minute and 31.489 seconds to retake the top. Jet Lawrence needed a reset after a small early tip over. Once he pressed the button, he ripped a 1 minute and 30.965 seconds to lead the session. Chase Sexton, 8th at 1 minute and 32.487 seconds, looked deliberately under the limit, smooth enough that reading his true pace was tricky, but it never felt like a full send. Qualifying second sessions, momentum stayed with Hamaker, who went early fast at 1 minute and 31.177 seconds until Ryder DeFrancesco briefly nicked P1 with 1 minute and 30.885 seconds. Hamaker's response was emphatic, 1 minute and 30.547 seconds, fastest of session 2 and fastest of the day on combined times. Deegan searched for flow, but couldn't quite lock it. His best, a 1 minute and 32.280 seconds on the final lap, left him 9th in the session. The shape of the front row is clear. Hamaker's got the one-lap knife. Shimoda and DeFrancesco are within reach. Deegan will need execution and racecraft to flip track position when it counts. For a few laps the pace simmered, then Ken Roxon cracked the code with a 1 minute and 29.883 seconds, the first dip into the 1:29s, and the switch flipped. Times at the top began whipsawing as more riders went to work on clean laps. Then Jet Lawrence reframed the ceiling with a 1 minute and 27.714 seconds, and for emphasis, lowered it again to 1 minute and 27.627 seconds on the final lap. 8 of 15 riders set their best time on that last tour, a sign the session built to a legit time attack. Sexton looked much more purposeful. P6 at 1 minute and 28.849 seconds, with visible intent that was missing in Session 1. The message into the mains. When the track opens, Jet has the outright. Roxon's pace is real. Tomac and Webb have the pieces, and Sexton's sandbag is empty. The stakes. Beyond plates, the finale multiplies payouts and legacies. For Shimoda and Deegan, it's a $500,000 decision between patience and pressure. For Jet and Hunter, it's a family duel for a 7-figure prize in front of a packed Las Vegas crowd. For everyone else, it's the biggest points payday of the year and the last chance to etch their season into the top line of a results sheet that history remembers. Las Vegas rarely underdelivers on drama. With a stopwatch favoring Hamaker in 250 qualifying and Jet Lawrence in 450, the fast lap crowns are set. The championships, though, will be decided by starts, first lap choices, mid-moto composure, and error-free final laps. Triple points turn every inch into a lever. Pull the right one at the right time, and the title and the checks are yours.